We're going to have a look at the Fitbit Sense 2 Health and Fitness Smartwatch, currently priced at £269 and for sale on Amazon. This watch has all your standard health and fitness features. It has GPS and it has some very advanced health monitoring features built into it. It works with Android and iOS and it claims to give you 6 days of standard use on the battery. The watch we are looking at here is the graphite aluminium case, and this is coming with a shadow grey infinity band. The watch is very slim, very for what you get in there, it's very slim. It's a nice aluminium premium feeling, quite a good quality watch with all the sensors on the back here, and it has one button on it, and this button, unlike a lot of watches, is actually on the left hand side. So if it's on your wrist, you will mostly be pressing it with your thumb there. Right, let's have a little look at the contents of the box. We will first take a look at this. Okay, so within the box itself, you will get the charger, standard charger, very good charger, because actually what happens is the watch clips to it quite nicely and that won't fall off and it won't accidentally stop charging. So that's the charger which comes with it. You get the usual product information and warranty, a quick start guide there, so very, very short bit of leaflet information there. You get straps, you get two straps. You get the main piece with the loop, which sits at the top of the watch, and then you get two alternatives to the base, and this is depending on your wrist size. So you get the smaller and the larger. For me, the smaller and my skinny wrists is suitable. So we're going to put these watch straps on here. We're going to put this box aside. The strap is a Fitbit attachment and it's a 24mm strap. So very easily, they just clip in here, put them in and push, and they're in. It's probably one of the easiest watch straps to fit that I've ever known. There we go, and it's done. And that's it. So let's put this watch on and see how it looks. Now, fitting the watch strap is relatively straightforward, but it works differently to some watches in that you choose your hole, you press down over the eye there, that's probably too tight, you press down over the pin, but then you tuck this piece under the strap. Now for me, I always find it either pinches the skin or pulls out a few hairs. It's a silicone strap and it actually feels really, really nice to wear and it's very comfortable. Looking at the watch, you pull down from the top and you get these 6 options. The additional little bar at the bottom which shows the battery level. So the top one is the do not disturb. So you either switch do not disturb on or off, straightforward. The sleep mode actually dims the watch and turns off the alerts on there, ready for when you go to bed. We'll come across to the left here. This is the always on display. So you have it so that the display is always on, or it will switch off when you turn away. So the watch face will basically go black if you've got that switched off. Then you've got the brightness level of the watch, and you've got 3 brightness settings. You've got dim, normal, and max. And of course, each of those has an impact on the battery. Top right-hand corner, you've got the settings icon. And that takes you into the standard settings screen. Now, looking at this, you've got under the display, you've got vibration and audio, you've got notifications, goal reminders, quiet mode. Shortcuts, you can actually set a shortcut for the main button here, the only button. When you press and hold that in, it will do something. And on this occasion, it will be that long press button is switched on and it brings up Alexa. So that's the great thing about this watch. It actually activates Alexa. We've got the voice assistant, and we make the choice of which one that is, and that's Alexa. And then there's some information about the Sense 2 watch, and then you've got the standard shutdown if you want to switch the watch off. So pressing the home button, the left button here, takes you back to the home. If you're on the home screen, it brings up the apps, most recent app screen and settings. So pressing that again, you can either go back into the settings we saw just now, which was that top right icon, or you can start an exercise, or you can see all the other apps you've got. The apps you've got installed, and you've got the weather, which is great. At the minute, it's 15 degrees Celsius and raining. You press that, it gives you weather forecast for the hours ahead of us, the temperature, and there's a 60% chance of rain, and the air quality is good. So that just gives you a little bit of information about the area and the weather forecast. Start an exercise is fairly self-explanatory, and that lists the 3 standard walking, running and cycling exercises, or you press all and it will take you into the other exercises you've got to choose from then. And there's a bundle in here. So you've got the walk, the run, and then you can explore the other exercises which are on the list here. So you've got the bikes, treadmill. There's quite a list to choose from. So there's many to choose from actually. So you can choose any of these and it will actually monitor you doing them. Press the home button, it'll take us back again. So after the exercise, you've got a standard timer where you can have a new timer, or you can bring up some standard 5-minute and 10-minute timers. Then we've got body responses. Now this is quite good because this is very much part of the advanced features of this watch, in that it actually has a number of very good measures. It can look at your skin temperature, moisture temperature in your skin, and your heart rate, and based on that it will work out to some extent your stress levels. And then it looks at helping you to address any well-being needs you've got. And very often it will ask us to check in for body responses. So it does a scan where, like I said, about the skin temperature, moisture and heart rate. It will scan those, and then you can tell it how you feel. And it actually starts to sort of adapt and suggest different things you can do to sort of, I guess, improve your well-being. Moving on to the next one. This is just for setting an alarm. We've got the option of setting an alarm for the watch, and we can do it on that screen. And then we've got the beats per minute. No, I'm actually not feeling very well at the moment. I've got quite a sore throat, which you'll no doubt hear. So my heart rate, which is normally in the mid-50s, is actually quite elevated at the moment. But it actually says there resting heart rate 55, but currently running at 85. So that's where it monitors your heart rate. So no doubt I'm expecting it to ask me later on how I'm feeling, a little bit of a question about my well-being, and maybe suggest I go and do something about that. And then we've got the today screen about your activities, and it lists a number of features on here. If you press that, it then brings up a little bit more detail. So how many miles I've done today, number of floors I've walked, the steps I've done, which doesn't amount to a great deal today, calories burnt, and then it's got active minutes today, again heart rate, as I said, resting heart rate, and number of exercises in the week, and the hourly activity. And then it's got information on sleep, oxygen saturation, which is actually it monitors the oxygen levels in your body through the back of the watch again, and that's quite good because that's been fairly accurate against other monitors that I've used. And then it gives you a stress management score, and you can log moods and so on. Number of activities for mindfulness, and that's basically it on there. There's an open button at the bottom which allows you to then open that up on the watch, and that gives you access to much greater features. So the steps, and then we're back to the watch face. Scroll up from the bottom, you'll get any notifications. So I've got, for example, my calendar, which is linked up to it. It's got an entry in there, review the Fitbit, and the bit above is a question around stress management. How are you feeling? As I said, this watch is very concerned about your well-being. You can clear all of those, of course. Any notifications, such as if someone phones you, that will pop up on this. You will get a call coming through, and you can see it, and you can answer it through this. And then you can take the call through Bluetooth. And then it's got other notifications, such as texts and so on. This will all come up on the watch as well. Now, as I said, this watch is primarily a health and fitness watch. It's advertised as a smartwatch, which suggests you can get a lot of apps on there. Now, previous versions of the Fitbit, this Fitbit Sense, and I believe the Versa, did have the option where you can install additional apps. That's not with this watch yet. They haven't actually made lots of apps available. They have made a lot of watch faces available, and you can go into the actual phone and you can install them from the phone. You can't install them from the watch. You cannot change the watch faces on the watch. You have to go into the phone again. And all of the apps which are pretty much available are installed at the start of the setting up of the watch, so they're there in the first place. So there's not much extra you can add to them. Good points about this watch is it's a proper fitness watch, and it's got a lot on there. I did a 5-mile run the other day, and that was fairly accurate. Steps-wise, it was very good. Distance-wise, covered well, and it came up with the same. Heart rate monitoring throughout the run, everything was all very, very good throughout there. So I've got to say, this is an accurate watch. The watch fits well. It's a really nice fit. It's got a good strap, and this one in particular is a very comfortable fit. I quite like the way that fits in here, and you don't get the watch strap sort of flapping around at the end, unlike my other watch. Now, the phone app is excellent. It really is good. It gives you an awful lot of information. There's a lot of statistics and details related to the phone app, which I'm very impressed with. And that can, again, allow you to sort of manage the settings on the watch and make any changes you need. You can change watch faces. You can download watch faces. There's a lot of free watch faces, but at the same time, there's also a lot of charge for watch faces. Some of the watch faces actually were crashing. I just had an error message appear on here. And once I had the error message, I had to go into my phone because there's no way to change it on the watch. You have to make sure you go to your phone. And then I have to upload a different watch face to get it to correct. So that happened to me about 3-4 times during the course of wearing this over the last few weeks. It does feel sometimes a little bit clunky. I'll give you an example in actually setting a run. So if I go into here to choose a run and I press the starting one to run, this is the option that comes up. Gives me the run. If I move up now to change the start with a goal, it's gone. I get no time to actually set the goal. So if I come away from there, I have to end that by sliding up, clicking end, and then I have to scroll right down to the bottom. Done. I have to then go into the phone to delete that run later on. One option is I click all. I choose the exercise. There's more I can explore further, but let's say we chose run, and then I bring that up and I can set my goals in here. Apart from that little bit of a clunky way of recording your activities, it's actually an excellent watch. One good feature worth showing is the fact that you've got Alexa built into this phone. To activate it, you press and hold the button until it comes up. What's the weather in London?
Right now in London, England, it's 15 degrees Celsius with rain. Tonight's forecast has showers, with a low of 14 degrees.
Battery life is advertised as 6 days, and yes, I've been getting 6 days easily on a charge. It's actually very, very good. So overall, would I recommend this watch? I think it's a very good watch. I think it's an excellent fitness tracker. I think it's very accurate. I think it's got so much potential. The app that actually comes with it is an excellent app. It really is a good app. And you've got lots of settings you can change on there. But there's just not enough options to change all of the settings. Like I said, the miles, you can't put in details of specifics on targets. And the number of apps that are available are actually very, very low. Now, if they work on this watch as they did on previous watches, you will get more apps appear. But at the minute, there's no promise of any more. So it really is a balance. Do you want those quite detailed health, well-being, sort of fitness features, or do you want a more of an all-round smartwatch? I do recommend it. I think it's an excellent watch. I think it's a really nice looking watch, but I'd like it to be a little bit smarter, and I'm hoping that in time it will be. Thank you very much.
Hi all, this is the unboxing of Fitbit Sense 2. You can see at the front the color of the ordered watch, and this is connected with Google, and that stated that this is connected with health and working as a fitness smartwatch. On the side we can see that one includes 6-month Fitbit Premium membership, and that should be with the size of the 24mm. At the back there is a picture of ordered smartwatch. On the other side we can see what color we had ordered. So this one is the graphite aluminum case with the shadow gray infinity band, and that should include small and large size bands. So at the bottom we can find a little arrow which will allow probably us to open the box. We can slide it out. There is a logo of a Fitbit, as you can see on the box, and the box is opening like a bookcase. So here we are. In the middle we can see our Fitbit Sense watch. On the left side there are 2 bands in grey color, and there is a charger on the right side. Let's check the watch. It's easily going out of the design place. there's a paper cover around the screen. We can take that out. That looks really nice. There's a design button on the left hand side, probably with the mics or water remover holes, and that's maybe probably the other speaker. The band is really sturdy, looks nice as well. Opens easily. I can try to put it on my wrist by using one hand. So try to go through the first loop, adjust the size, easily going in into the middle, and then the other loop. So that's presented really nicely on a hand. I'm the left hand using, so fits perfectly, feels comfortable. The band is really soft in touch. So let's check the other band. This one is probably the bigger one, so this is the size of large, and below the band we can find a quick start guide, how to use and sync with the phone, and there is this power adapter in its own packaging. Let's open that one. So this is connected with the standard USB, so we can use any adapter, and that should go as well with the watch. Let's check the way how it's connected. On the back side we can find the aluminium probably things, or the stainless steel, I don't know, which allow us to make this watch works better. I can see that this is the magnetic one. That's the way to connect the charger to watch. It's pretty easy, just put it on the side and magnet is working by itself. We can check as well how easy it is to take off the bands from the watch. Okay, so rather than pull and push, we need to do it to the front side out of the watch, then the band is going out easily. You can try to put it back. Probably do it the same way. No, let's check that one more time. Okay, so that's easy, because that's the first time I'm using the Fitbit Smartwatch. I never ever had a chance to hold this brand in my hands, so I'm really impressed with that one. Probably that's going to check the temperature, the ECG, show the location, and there is a waterproof till 50 meters underwater, so you can use it for any kind of the exercises. Let's put it back on my wrist once again. That's the easiest part of it right now. And let's try to start it up. Okay, so we got the English one, and that came uncharged. So we will need to probably charge it from the beginning, but as you can see, the screen is responsive, so my finger is going easily through the screen. There's only one button on the side, and probably that's all for this watch. Then you will find the rest of the review as a writing one on Amazon reviews. Thank you for watching, and I hope you and myself will be enjoying this amazing smartwatch. Bye!
recommend yourself to my gentle senses. Of life.